right, the month of Elul is the time leading up to the Jewish New Year. It's a time to take stock on mistakes of the past and making amends, not just with others, but also within ourselves. Here to talk about the true meaning of the tradition of making Selichot, which is like Hebrew for apologies, amends, whatever you want to call it, is a very cool rabbi, known in the Hamptons and now a national leader here in Tel Aviv. Please welcome Rabbi Ariel Konstantyn. Hello and welcome.
Hello.
Nice to meet you, not in the Hamptons.
Likewise.
What a transition, coming to Israel. First of all, what was the, the decision to, leave, really nice shul in a very nice part of the world and to come here and set up shop here in Tel Aviv?
Well, we definitely had plush settings where we were, and we had a wonderful congregation, but I had my sights in Israel since I studied here after high school and felt that this is the future and destiny of the Jewish people, and I want to be part of that future and part of that destiny and come home.
Yeah.
As Jews, are in the diaspora can live, but here we can flourish and become a nation.
Right. So how did you kind of get started? Because, you were one of the founders of the Tel Aviv Synagogue, right? Did I say it right? Tel Aviv. It's actually the Tel Aviv Synagogue. So kind of what are the, what was the mission, and the, what your goals were in developing this congregation?
Well, really, I often joke when I made Aliyah, I heard they need rabbis in Israel, hop on the next Nefesh B'Nefesh flies. Because of course they don't need rabbis in Israel. And then I realized they really do, because there aren't really synagogues with rabbis. Most synagogues don't even have a rabbi. They're not community centers. They're what I would call a Beit Tfilah, a house of worship, not a Beit Knesset, which is a community center, which is a place to gather for everything Jewish, for social, for educational, for cultural, for various needs that everyone connects to the synagogue Jewishly in a different way, and outreach and bringing different types of people together rather than a closed club just to say your prayers and go home.
Right.
And I said, this is really lacking. This is something that we can bring and import from the diaspora, and Israel is desperately needing it. And it took some time for it to gain traction, but now it's spreading all around the country.
Now, are the services, is it mainly, are there a lot of Alim Hadashim who go, English speakers, would you say, for the most part?
There are, because they have a natural desire to connect. They came from a community. What I often find very sad is that many people who were connected to a community, not necessarily an Orthodox community, but a community, a synagogue of any of the denominations in the diaspora, come to Israel and become less connected, because they don't feel that they have a synagogue. The Orthodox often are very closed. There are very few of the other denominations, and they kind of fall off their connection to they disconnect from their community.
Right.
And we want to reverse that trend, and that's what we've done.
Right.
We have now, we started with 12 grumpy men, I said at the beginning, very challenging, and now
young
we have
grumpy men.
At the beginning they were elders, and now we have a full house of young people, of 400 or 500 people on a Friday night, packed in with a champagne kiddush reception and Karl Bach's singing, and really inspirational services, and people are searching and needing it. So then, and then enables anybody, no matter where they are, no matter what their religious background are, Ashkenazi, Sephardi, religious, secular, they feel at home.
Right.
And
well, it's so
really
important. I'm sure your winning, adorable personality has a lot to do with it. Now let's talk specifically. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes.
With Yom Kippur. Explain kind of in practical terms. Besides it's Yom Kippur, you fast and you say you're sorry to people. That what is the the inner meaning, the way that you express it and teach it?
I think Yom Kippur is an incredibly inspiring day. People often look at it as a sad day. I think of it more solemn, maybe serious, but also very inspirational. Because the opportunity to start anew, the opportunity to refresh and to begin a new page and a new chapter and to be forgiven for what was and begin a fresh outlook for the new year is incredibly exciting. Even the Torah begins on the letter Bet, Bereshit, with Bet. That means that we always have a second chance. We always have an opportunity to start again. And this is what Yom Kippur offers. And when you do Yom Kippur right, it's incredibly inspiring.
And things, you just feel the change even after, without even having to change your behavior. Things just kind of shift.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing about Judaism.
Absolutely.
Well, fantastic. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Wonderful.
All right. Did you know that